everyone here to our ambassador profile out here. We're here at Jeanette's here at Cranbourne Park, of course, talk a bit about one of our ambassadors in particular. And of course, this one in particular has achieved already a championship in Big V in Division 2 Women's. She's also won, of course, an award on Australia Day this year, and of course, she's actually also won, of course, another one just recently at the Casey Basketball Club as well. She joins us right now. Her name's Alyssa Weston. Thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.
Firstly, tell us about your 2 awards that you've already achieved this year.
Well, the first one on Australia Day this year, I was awarded Citizen of the Year for 2017, and part of my role is to help inspire young citizens like myself to become bigger and better. And I won Casey Cavaliers Player of the Year for 2016.
Tell us about the Australia Day one, about the Citizen of the Year. Were you surprised at all that you got it?
Yes. I was actually nominated for a different award. I was nominated for Sportsman of the Year. And when I heard another boy, Riley Mark, got it, I wasn't surprised at all. He's 13 and plays for Australia, which is huge. And they called me up for Citizen of the Year, and I had to ask why, because I was nominated for a completely different award.
Yeah.
And they said that I give back more than what I actually put in on the court. So, yeah, I was really surprised.
Yeah.
I didn't know about it at all.
Now, when you got nominated for the Sportsman of the Year, did you know who nominated you?
I had no idea.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know either, so I can't actually tell you either who that is.
I have no idea. I just got an email saying that I'd been nominated for an award. I need to come down and, yeah, check it out.
Now, you also won, as you mentioned right at the start, you also won the Cavalier of the Year award for, obviously, the Casey Cavaliers. Tell us, were you surprised you got that after what you got probably about a month prior?
I was still semi-surprised, but at the same time it was, yeah, I felt it was kind of expected. But yeah, still surprised, definitely.
Now, and obviously that was coming off the back of a championship for the Cavs in Div 2. I guess, did you ever thought when, obviously, when the Cavs won the championship that you would back it up with 2 more awards of your own?
No, I didn't expect it at all. I thought championship and then Girls Got Game, I thought I'd be, yep, that was my year. But it just, I guess, keeps getting better, I guess.
You mentioned about the Girls Got Game award. I almost forgot about that. I guess, were you surprised you won that? Because obviously, I know Girls Got Game is more, I guess, the players that got nominated and obviously went to the public vote. But were you surprised at all that you actually got Girls Got Game?
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought, at first, I didn't know anything about it, but it's things you don't take credit for. Even giving back to girls, like girls in basketball, and me being younger, I guess I thought it was a boy sport, and to actually bring up girls basketball, it's something that I didn't think I'd take credit for. So, yeah. I didn't expect it at all, again.
Now, at the Casey Cavs, now, if my memory still serves me correct, I'm assuming you still coach?
Yeah.
Obviously you play in the VJBL?
Yeah.
And obviously you're playing in the Big V?
Yes.
Yeah. How are you juggling all these 3?
That's a good question. I probably can't answer that because I don't know. I just kind of take it day by day. But it'd be definitely my mum. Helps me out a lot. It's just routine. Like after you get a couple of weeks into it, it's just routine, and I love what I do, so can't help it. I love it too much.
Now, what's more rewarding out of 3?
Coaching, for sure. I guess, again, giving back, not expecting anything in return is huge, and learning more about the game from a different perspective is challenging and helpful for me, I guess. But and yeah, Big V as well, learning from Michael Davies and everyone up above has really helped me over the past maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Now, I went to your grand final, game 3 of the Division 2 Women's Grand Final Series in Cranbourne, just down the road from here.
Yep.
And the one thing that made me a little bit emotional in that game was that obviously after you won that game, in game 3, that you had I had a chat with a couple of your players that you coached that year. How special was that for you?
That was pretty special, considering I've known the girls through domestic since they were little. They're still little, but littler.
Yeah.
And yeah, they always try and support me as much as they can, and I do the same in return. But yeah, it's really good to know that there's girls that look up to you, and that's when I know I've done my job.
Now tell us, where did it all start in the sport of basketball, and why did you end up choosing the sport?
Oh golly. Well, funny story. My sister started off playing.
Yep.
I wasn't even interested in playing basketball. I was a dancer and a swimmer, and I was 5. And they needed a girl or a boy to fill in at the time because there wasn't girls basketball. It was always mixed, and then they had the boys comp as well. So I went and filled in. I ended up scoring 12 points in my first game of basketball, and I ended up beating the boys. And then I think from then on it kind of twigged that if I can beat the boys, well, I can beat anyone.
Yeah.
And I think that kind of pushed me to bring up girls basketball as I got older, to coach, and to really, not to show boys, but like to prove that basketball's not just a boys' sport. Probably same as how football's turning out, and they've got the women's comp now. And yeah, it's just grown over the past couple of years, and I think that's what makes me strive to play more.
Now, you mentioned about your sister. I know your sister also plays football for Lyndhurst. Now, obviously, you got yourself into that too, as well. Now, the question I need to ask, are you playing again this year? Or are you going to stick with basketball?
I am going to play this year. I'll play on a Saturday morning with the women's, because they now have 2 comps now.
Okay.
They have the youth girls under 18s and the women's. And women's suits me better because I'm 2 choppers on a Sunday. I've got basketball training from 8 till 12.
Yeah.
So I can't play with my sister, but she's going to come fill in on a Saturday morning. And that's just a bit of fun. That's nothing serious. It's just muck around. And I guess it kind of breaks off always basketball. I get to do something different for once and get out of my comfort zone. But yeah, I enjoy football. It's fun.
And were you, I guess, I think you also won something as well for Lyndhurst, didn't you, last year?
No, I did not. No, my sister did. My sister got runner-up best and fairest. And the season before, she won best and fairest. So she's doing pretty well for herself.
Now, what will be some career highlights? Obviously, you've already achieved the championship, Casey. You also won a girls' game, and obviously been Cavalier of the Year. Is there any other highlights that stands out to you in your career?
I guess game-wise, I can't really say much. I guess with BJBL we always tend to make finals and then choke at the end. So there's no other real highlights as yet. But yes, I hopefully want to make more highlights this year. That's my goal this year.
Now, let's talk a bit about your coaching side in the VJB. Obviously, we've pretty much finished grading for the year. Obviously, of course, in 2 weeks' time, obviously, that's when it all starts. How did your team go in grading?
We just dipped out of VC. We have just we've got all new girls in our team. We've got 4 newbies and 2 VC players from last season, and the rest of the girls that I coached and that were in the interview. And I guess just trying to gel the team together and work as a team has been the real challenge. But we've made Met 1 and we're pretty happy with that. So.
And how's your actual team gone this year?
We made Met 1 as well. Same thing, we've dipped out of VC. We've just got to work well together this year. It's a majority of us this last season of juniors before we got to 20s. I think we're just going to make it worthwhile and actually go through the whole season consistently and not choke at the end.
Now, what position do you play on the court? And you had a third position on the court where you love to play. Where would that be?
I play point guard. I love playing point guard, but I don't mind the shooter position. Yeah.
And what is so special about playing for the Casey Cavs?
Casey Cavs. It's home. It's I haven't looked anywhere else. I haven't tried going anywhere else because I know when I walk into the stadium at Casey, everyone's like, Alyssa, and everyone knows me. I know everyone, and I think going to different territory now, it would just be weird. Yeah, it's home, and I've always been at Casey. It would just be different if I wasn't there.
Now, I know I've been to Cranbourne, and obviously, of course, they call it the Fortress out there. And obviously, the brand new Fortress is about to open soon this year. How special would it be to play, I guess, one of the first couple games at the new Fortress?
Yeah, it's pretty big. I've had a look at it actually, but it'll be pretty. With our youth league being brand new, that's already historical, and to be playing on a brand new court is going to be huge. Yeah, definitely.
Now I have to ask: is it heating, or is it still going to be that cold stadium I'm used to at Cranbourne?
I hope there's heating. I hope it's not a cold stadium.
Yeah.
But I hope there's heating.
Yeah. Now, I guess, what does the sport of basketball mean to you?
Oh, it's my escape. It's everything. I think if I didn't play basketball, I'd probably be a couch potato. But yeah, it's been everything since I was the age of 5, so I'd be lost without it.
Now, where do you want to take the sport of basketball from here?
That I'm not too sure of. I think it depends on the end of this year and how I go with schooling. I still don't know whether I want it as a career or if I want it as just a hobby later on. I'm thinking about career. I am looking at the States. Hopefully I'll play over there. Few little contacts, but yeah, it just depends how I go at the end of this year, and I'm just going to kind of try and get as much as I can done this year and just see how I go.
Now, obviously you love the sport of basketball, you obviously play it, you coach it. Is there any intention at all, I guess, after playing to coach?
Yeah, definitely. If I chose to play as a hobby, I'll definitely coach. I don't think I'll ever not be around it at all. Yeah.
And what have you learned from being a coach?
I have definitely learned a different perspective, and a coach's perspective. And I guess more skill-based stuff. Like I know as a player, like you've got to know like fundamentals, but I never knew exactly why or the actual in-depth reason. But yeah, I guess that's what I've learned a lot.
Now, what would be your advice to our listeners out there that should get involved in the sport of basketball?
My advice is just to give it a go. Don't be afraid to show up the boys, and because you might be surprised. And yeah, if you've got a voice, use it, and yeah, just have a go.
Now, I know that I think you scored a couple of points in Game 3, and I must say the crowd went wild out there, as you probably would have heard from my coverage already. How amazing was that when you hit those couple of points in, which were crucial points in the context of that game, out there at the Fortress in Game 3?
Yeah, it was pretty intense. I guess coming back from the injury, I didn't think I could shoot, and I think up until probably about a week prior from Game 1, I was just shooting threes. Like that's what my coach told me to do. So that in crucial moments like that, I don't crack under pressure. I love pressure.
Yeah.
It's like I love it. It's great. And I guess at that point in time, I was good. Like quarter times, I was shooting threes. Half time, I was shooting threes. Said to coach, "I'm ready. I want to shoot." And he put me on, and yeah, I loved every minute of it.
Tell us about that obviously your coach, and how important was he in regards to the season that was for the Casey Cavs last year?
Yeah, he did a fantastic job. He was, I'd never met him prior before the season, so he was obviously meeting me first time. And I think as a rookie, as I was, he was good for me to just tell me what to do and do it well. And if I don't do it well, I'll be off. And I guess I've never really had that kind of type of coaching. And at first I was kind of like, whoa, like this is really different.
Yeah.
But I think in that aspect to everyone else as well, I think that's what got us the championship. Having weekly goals and game goals, team goals. I think we ticked all the boxes at the end of the season and we got a championship off it. So he was really good.
I want to have a speak to you about two Casey Kaz favourite players, they've been in for quite a while now. Amy McFarlane and Jess Selleck. How important have those two players been in regards to your, I guess, time in the Big B?
Yeah, Jess is a cracker. She's funny as. I guess she plays a different position to me, so it was kind of different. But Amy, I've been looking up to since I was 5. I really saw her as a good female role model, and just giving everything a crack and taking every opportunity that she could. And I really looked up to her for that reason. And same with Jess. Jess just took everything on and went, yep, I'll do it. And they were really important to me. And when I finally got to play with them, it was just, it was the best time of my life. It was great.
Now let's get to know a bit about you now, away from the sport. Now, do you have a favourite food? Considering we're at a food place.
I love food. I have a lot. I really love chocolate. Chocolate. I love chocolate. And frozen yogurt. I love frozen yogurt.
Yes, there's one across from where we are now. Favourite drink?
Favorite drink. Still have too many. I actually like water. If not, I like lemon lime bitters.
Yeah, I agree with that one.
Yep.
Favourite colour?
Blue. Blue's my favourite colour.
Favourite destination?
America. I haven't been to many, but when I was there overseas for 3 weeks, that was the best.
And out of all the spots in America, in the US, is there one that you want to go back to?
Definitely North Carolina. It was more homey and not so crowded as New York and not so maybe high class as LA. It was just kind of all country towns and vintage homes. And the basketball's huge over there, so it was nice in North Carolina.
Favourite hobby other than basketball?
Football.
Silly question that was. Now, if you had to pick 5 people to go to a desert island with, who would they be?
I have 5 other people in my family. I'd probably take my 2 friends, Jess and Danny. I'd have to take my mum because she's got heaps of knowledge.
Yep.
Probably take my dad because he's really crafty and he likes going out like into the bush and stuff, so he'd know a bit more about that than what I would. And I'd probably take my brother because he's funny.
Do you have a favourite basketball player that you look up to?
A lot. I guess girl-wise, I used to look up to Penny Taylor a lot. I used to watch her play all the time. And Lauren Jackson. Those two were my favourite. And I guess boys, I used to watch Allen Iverson. He was my favourite.
Now, obviously you've been to a couple of destinations already in the sport of basketball.
Yeah.
What would be a favourite moment?
From America? When we played over there, we won, I think it was 8 out of 10 games. And I think we went over thinking America's like all their players are going to be great and we were going to get absolutely hammered. And we went over there and we played really well, and I guess that was one of my greatest moments of basketball, I guess, around there.
Favourite song?
Favourite song? What am I listening to now? Oh, I love Bruno Mars. Bruno Mars at the moment. Yeah.
Favourite movie?
I don't really watch movies. I love Orphan. Orphan, that's just creepy. Such a creepy movie.
Favorite TV show?
TV show, I'll have to go with Vampire Diaries.
Oh.
Love Vampire Diaries. Yeah.
Now, I'm assuming you have a favorite footy team?
I'd go for Richmond. Probably not the best, but they were my grandfather's team.
Yeah.
And he passed away, and I've just always gone for them, I guess. So.
How do you think their chances are this year?
Oh, very low. Very, very slim. But I can't say too much. I don't play that high up, so. And if I don't watch it consistently. If it's on the TV, I'll watch it. But yeah.
Now, I know it's still a question I'm going to ask, but who's the better basketball player, you and your sister?
Oh, me. She can't play basketball at all, but we're all, like, me and her are both really, we pick up every sport pretty quickly. I'm horrible at soccer, but she's, like, really good at soccer.
Yeah.
We're both pretty good at football, although she's, like, great at football.
Yeah.
I just give it a go. Yeah, we always have, like, one or two sports that we're just horrible at. Yeah.
Well, you pretty much answered my next question, which is who's the better footballer, but I think you've already answered that one.
She's the better footballer, easy.
Who's the more sporty out of you two?
More sporty? Oh, neither. We're both really sporty. If we're not doing anything, we'll go out and kick the football, or we'll go do something around fitness or exercise or something.
Now, we'll finish off with two questions, which is, what is so special about playing for Lyndhurst in the football?
I guess because it's brand new, and I was really scared going into football. I knew what the rules were, but it's like basketball, how you know your position and you just do it.
Yeah.
I guess in football there's many positions, and I guess girls that have been playing for longer know what to do, and I was like, well, what do I do? And the coaches there really helped me a lot, and I had heaps of support from the club, and yeah, I don't think you get that elsewhere.
And one final one, how special is it to be a Smash FM ambassador?
Oh, it's really good. I get good interviews like this. No, it's actually, yeah, I appreciate it a lot. Yeah, I don't really know what else to say. It's pretty good.
So thank you so much for joining us and taking some time out away from the sport of basketball, because I think you're going to go back to basketball soon.
Yeah, I've got my brother's game soon.
Well, best of luck throughout the season. Of course, Big B starts in 2 weeks' time, even though the pre-season starts next week.
Yeah.
But 2 weeks' time, obviously, for the Cavs, and let's hope you can go and all the way and maybe win another one in the Big B comp.
Thank you, I will.
Whereas we'll be back for more right after this. Do not go away.